5 ways to help you, oh, 5 ways to help you achieve your goals a little faster. Yeah, I just have my keyboard set up here because I was doing something else, so I decided, let me just play that little jingle for you. I would love to be a jingle writer. Maybe I should watch this video and it will help. It is Josh Gillette and I am back at you with another video, and today we're going to talk about 5 ways to help you achieve your goals faster. Okay, so I have my phone here because I wrote these ideas down. And again, when I do these videos, I always want to remind you that I'm not an expert, I'm not a specialist, but I do have some experience in life and achieving some of the things that it is that I've wanted to do, and I'm still going forward. So these are tips that I implement in my everyday life that have helped me where I didn't want to be to in the direction that I'm going. So I hope that this can be useful to you. Okay, so number 1 is writing things down and setting deadlines. Sometimes people are under the impression that they have this like supersonic photographic memory, and that is just not the case. Like sometimes you think things and you're like, okay, let me put that, let me store that in my brain right over here in this corner. We all have a lot of things that we're doing throughout the day. So it's like if you have an idea, if you're a person who has a lot of ideas, chances are you're gonna have a bunch of different ideas flowing through your head. Have a little to-do list, you can check things off. That helps your day go faster, and that kind of helps you achieve the things that you want to get done. And setting deadlines, why it's extremely important to set deadlines is because leading in to number 2. Number 2, stop procrastinating. So for me, one of the things that I can say that helped keep me not achieving my goals or my dreams is procrastination. Not only does procrastination delay your dreams, it just kills them altogether. I think there's this false sense that we have in our heads that we have a lot of time. Sorry, my hair's a little funny. I think that we have this false sense in our minds sometimes that we have so much time to do things, but in reality, we just have no idea how long we have on this earth, or how long the people around us have on this earth, or just if you look at the pandemic, if you think about how COVID hit, it hit really in February. I'm pretty sure in February, March is kind of when we started getting the scare, but it had just been January, right? And in January, we were on our New Year's resolutions. We were planning everything for the year. And it's like, if you have the means to do something, don't waste the time, just do it. Because if you don't, bam, there could be maybe not something as grand as COVID that takes up everything, but there are things that can keep you from doing what it is that you want to do. And pretty much the only way for you to get where it is that you want to go is you gotta move those feet. You have to move your feet. You can't just think about what you're gonna do and not actually do it. You don't have to do everything all in one day, but you should be doing something. It goes back to number 1, looking at your list and seeing what you can do that day. It's hard because we don't always have all the equipment and everything it is that we want or that we need to get the project done, but little by little. I'm gonna make a video and show you guys how I record at home here in New York. Like, I don't have a big studio. I don't have much equipment or anything, but I figured out how to record in my room, in my home, in my apartment here in New York City, and make it work for me for now. And I'm able to send it out to my bandmates and people who don't even live here, and they're making it work to make songs happen. So that's like, before I was like, oh, I don't have a studio, I don't have this, I don't have that. I was coming up with all the excuses that I could think of to avoid doing what it was that I needed to do. And when I sat down and thought about it, I was like, whoa, this is not me not having. This is me procrastinating. So move those feet. I want you to visualize a long, narrow road with some obstacles on it. And at the very end of the road, you can just barely see it. But at the very end of the road, you can see what it is that you want. That is that you want more than anything in this world. whether it's like your career goals or it's your fitness journey or whatever it is, you see it all the way down there. Imagine like just seeing it, and you can see it and you can almost taste it, but you just don't move your feet. You've got to move your feet, because if you don't, it's just going to be sitting there. It's going to be there looking at you and you're looking at it. But if you don't move your feet, how are you ever going to get there? Stop being your own worst enemy. Why would you be the person who is keeping yourself from those goals? I mean, we all want to sit and watch Netflix and, hang out and eat junk food, but like binge watching Netflix for hours, has never helped me achieve my goals. Practice and study the greats. So the interesting thing about life and just success is no two paths of success are the same. Everybody gets to where they have to get in a different manner. However, there are some fundamental things that I think that most successful people do to help them get to where it is that they need to go. And a lot of us, we dream so big. Like I just remember thinking like, man, I really want to be a singer. I've always wanted to be a singer. I've wanted to be a singer since I was a little girl. It's like, I don't know any singers. I don't know any famous people. I don't know how. What if you want to write a song and you don't know how to write a song? Study. Look at how songs are written. Follow the structure. Don't plagiarize, but definitely look at how people do things, and from there you can cultivate your own way of doing things. Study, learn, practice. Nobody wants to, I know I like to watch people who kind of know what they're doing. So practice, and study, and look at the people who are where you want to be, and listen to what they say and what kind of work ethic, and look at their work ethic and see how they got to where it was that you want to be, right? Surround yourself with a good group of friends or have a mentor. So I cannot tell you how important it is to be around people who are career oriented or goal oriented, or have something that they're trying to achieve, that they're striving for, versus having friends who don't want to do anything but hang out and party and drink and chill, or who are negative, or who, kind of like make fun of you and make fun of your dreams. Like, you'll never get there. I don't know if you've ever heard that saying that says, like, if you hang out with 5 broke people, you'll become the 6th. I think the same goes with like success, and it's like if you hang out with 5 unmotivated people, you become the 6th, because it becomes the norm. It becomes what you're used to. So be around people who are nobody has to be doing the same thing as you, but it's nice to have friends who are doing things, who are, let's say you are like, your goal is to get a 4.0 this semester in college or university, and you're hanging out with friends who just play video games all day. How is that going to help you? You're probably going to hop in and get into their game. You're like, oh, let me put on my Xbox, or what, the new PS5. You're like, okay, let me log on and, let me play. No, but if you're like hanging out with friends who are like, okay, you're like, my goal is to make a 4.0 this semester. And your other friends are like, okay, yeah, well, my goal is to, do this. Like, you want to be around people who are like thinking like, how can I go forward and achieve my goals? So just and you need a mentor. Sometimes it's hard to stay on track, and I think a mentor also could be good. It doesn't have to be somebody famous. It just can be somebody who helps to keep you accountable for what it is that you say you're going to do. Like, if I say I'm going to run every day for a month, I'm probably not going to run every day for a month. Some people are that disciplined that they can do it, but You know, you need somebody sometimes, a coach or a mentor who will call and check and be like, hey, yo, have you ran? Did you run? Are you going to run today? You know, sometimes it helps to have somebody who, you know, helps keep you accountable for the things that you say that you want to do. Don't worry so much about what other people think about you. I know we get caught up sometimes with worrying about if our friends are gonna like what we do, or if our parents care, especially if you're like a certain age, or the universe, whatever you believe in, I don't care. But these ideas that are put into your head are not put into everybody's head, okay? When God or the universe or whatever, when you are given an idea, when you're given a dream, when you are given a vision, everybody doesn't have those same vision. So you can't expect people to see where you could see your goals or your dreams at the end of the tunnel. Everybody's tunnel is different. Everybody's road is different. So you can't expect everybody. You don't get mad because somebody doesn't see what it is that you want to do. Just say, okay, well, you know, I'm going to work hard and I'm going to show them what it is that I want to do. And can you imagine if like Walt Disney, you know, he said, I want to do this. I want to build Disney World. Sorry, the people upstairs, for fuck's sake. Walt Disney had this idea and he's like, I want to do Disney World. That had never been done before. And I bet a lot of people thought, you're crazy. The Wright brothers, same thing. They were like, we want to fly. And it hadn't been done before. So people were like, you'll never be able to do that. What are you thinking? But they did it. So look up to people like that. And stop worrying about what your friends and your family are telling you that you can't do. If it's something that other people have done, you can do it. You can do it. It's like Nike, just do it, but you can do it. Okay. The last one I have for you, it needs to be good, not perfect. Okay? Procrastination is one thing. Perfectionism is another thing. I think they kind of go hand in hand though, because if you're like, oh, it needs to be perfect, it needs to be perfect, it needs to be perfect to the point that you never do it. There's a book that I have. It's a little short read and I could recommend it to you. It's called It's Not How Good You Are, It's How Good You Want to Be. And I think that's extremely important for people to note, because a lot of the people that we see in the position that we want to be, they are not the best at it. They're not all virtuosos. They're not the most talented people that you've ever seen in this world. However, they realize that and they are effective because they're not trying to be perfect. They're trying to get shit done. Okay? They see a beginning, they see a middle, and they see an end. But if you can't get past the beginning, you'll never get to the middle and you'll never get to the end. And therefore you'll always be stuck and you'll never get stuff done. In any field really, but I can speak only for being in the artistic field. You see a lot of people doing stuff and they're really good at it and it's discouraging. Work with what you have. Listen, your voice is yours and yours alone. Nobody talks like you, nobody sings like you, nobody has had the experiences that you have had, okay? That you have that alone, and you can offer that unique perspective to the world. Do you ever think about it like that? You offer something unique to this world, and do not be ashamed of it, okay? Embrace your flaws. Embrace whatever it is you think makes you different, because chances are there's a lot of people who are going to vibe off of what makes you different. All right, that's all I got for you today. I kind of went off on a tangent because I was just, you know, just where I am. If you ever feel like you fall off the wagon and you're not like focusing towards your goals, or you know, you need a pick-me-up or just a reminder of what you need to do to focus on your goal, make sure you come back and watch this video. So once again, my name is Jazz Gillette. Like, comment, subscribe, share, follow. I'm new to YouTube. This is me stepping out of my comfort zone and just doing it. And I hope through this channel that I can encourage you to do the same. Thank you so much. Love you for watching. Rock and roll.